There's only two ways to start your therapy clinic in 2025. I'm going to share that with you right now. Stop overthinking it and just listen for a tiny little bit if you're interested, if you're an occupational therapist and you're interested in starting your therapy business. My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist. You don't have to be a CHT to be listening to this. You just have to be an OT that's interested in starting your own business in 2025, because business is business. But I'm here as an occupational therapist to share with you, to show you that it's totally possible if you want to start your business in 2025. Right? And I'm going to say two things, but only one thing is it's the most important thing, right? I started my business over 10 years ago, brick and mortar place, and over 5 years ago, I started Hand Therapy Secrets, which is my online platform. Now, in both times, this is the number one thing that I did, and it was just to get my first customer. Just get your first customer. When you can get your first customer, you're going to see that the proof is in the pudding, that it's possible for you, right? So I actually got my first cash customer years before I ever started my business. And the reason why was because I wanted to go into hand therapy, but I was just working in acute care. But I always had that mindset, like, man, one day I want to start my own business. One day I want to start my own business. And then I had an opportunity, and that patient came knocking on my door because he wanted to receive therapy at home. And so I was like, okay, I can do that. And he wanted therapy literally every single day. So I was going there every day after work, and then I would also go there on Saturdays just because he wanted the therapy. Imagine people wanting the therapy and not wanting to do everything themselves. I mean, y'all people do. You take an Uber, you're door dashing, you're going out to eat. You don't want to do everything yourself. You go get your nails done every 2 weeks. You get your house cleaned. There are so many things that people don't want to do. Therapy is one of those things. They don't want to do therapy alone. They want an expert. They want guidance. They want someone who's going to help them, right? Not everybody, but there's a really good chunk of people in your town, in your neck of the woods, looking for your specialty, and you have an opportunity to provide that for them. So sometimes you just have to see that one person. And because I started treating him at home, I was like, oh my God, this is possible. Fast forward years down the road, like that was the thing that kind of clicked for me. And then I was working for an outpatient clinic that I had moved into, and that patient wanted therapy as well. So he was going to the therapy clinic. Now, I know all your OTs are such goody two-shoes, and they're like, well, am I allowed? Of course you're allowed. If you don't have a non-compete or non-solicitation, or you have the permission of your clinic because it's not something they provide, then you can do it. So my therapy clinic was doing the therapy on the weekday. I wasn't stealing from the clinic. I told him this patient was coming every day to the therapy clinic, and then I was just seeing him Saturday, Sunday at home, right? So because I saw that, because they're not open on Saturday and Sunday, so I just did that on my own. Because the patient was like, I want someone to come and do this for me because I can't do it myself. And so I went and did that. And because I saw that and because I did it, that was proof for me that it was possible for me, right? And then it still took me a little while longer before I started my business. Now, I think timing is, everyone's got their own timing. Don't listen to my timing, listen to your own timing. But you just got to get your first cash patient. Once you get that first patient, that is proof to you that it's possible for you, right? So one of the best ways to get started with your own therapy clinic is get your first patient. Once you get your first patient, then it can, it's endless possibilities for you, right? That was number one thing that I did. Number two thing was when I was looking for my space, I needed to see that it was possible for me, right? So I needed to see that it was affordable for me. And so I rented a small space. I started really small, 300 square foot, really inexpensive. And it was a rent that I could afford, right? It was a rent I could afford. And it was a rent that not only could I afford, but let's say worst case scenario, I could get out of my lease. Worst case scenario, I can continue to pay for it and get someone to sublet it. Worst case scenario, I only had a 1-year lease, right? So if I failed miserably in getting my business going, it was still something I could afford. I could still go out and get a per diem job and cover it if I like decide to scratch my business altogether. So I'm sharing this story with you because I want you to get out of your own way. I want you to see it's possible for you to start your business. If you're looking to grow your business, get out of your own way. If you're going mobile and you're like, I need a brick and mortar, like it's possible for you. You just have to take one little step at a time. Right? Take one little step. The best is coming for you. You just have to take those steps. You have to be brave and you have to be bold and you have to dream big and you have to see that it's possible for you. Because once you see that it's possible for you, then it's going to be easier for you to take those actions to start your own business. I started over 10 years ago. I had no idea I was going to grow into 2 businesses and help as many therapists as I have. It is such a, it brings me a lot of joy. It brings me a lot of pride that I've been able to do those things, and I think that that's possible for you as well. So if you need more of my help, click the link below. I do have an occupational therapy business course that you can join at any time. It's going to take you through several different modules that's going to help you to start and grow your business. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below or shoot me an email. All right, thanks for watching.